hospital wards, nothing.
That's just outside the 25.
The Dorchester Dartist. Or something.
Just outside. Can you go again, please, with Ben Twinverse for the ball?
Well, whatever name you're going to put on him, Vincent van der Voort is the man awaiting the winner of this one. Van der Voort, a 6-2 victor over Justin Pipe in the opening game of the afternoon session. And a very impressive performance from the Dutch destroyer.
First leg, Ben de Rovers, game on.
So, advantage Ward.
$95.
Be disappointed not to follow up a great first start. And here's Brendan Dolan, who started off with an absolute flyer, but adjusts well. Didn't lose a singles match at the World Cup of Darts. Arguably the best player at the tournament is Northern Irish side, along with Mickey Mansell, beaten in the semi-finals.
59.
Brendan beaten Michael van Gerwen in his singles match. But then Van Gerwen and Van Barneveld produced just mind-blowing darts in the doubles match. They were averaging in the high 100 and teens. It was unreal.
Yes, a formidable pairing, MVG and RVB, when they get going. And so it proved in Hamburg at that World Cup.
This is a decent enough start from Ben Ward. He's knocked off nearly 300 in his 3 visits.
Ben was one of the UK qualifiers. And then opened his account in the first round here this weekend with a win over Barry Bates, 6-4.
Yeah, finished second on the Challenge Tour behind Ross Smith, who we have seen on this European Tour. Hit a 9-darter in Gibraltar last year.
16.
That meant that Ben got into the preliminary rounds of the World Championship, ended up losing out to Zoran Lurchbacher. Oh, is he going to start with a bang here? Well, he's got a chance. Oof. Well, we saw John Parr nearly take that out in the last match. And Brendan Dolan only needs 1 treble to get himself a shot at a double for a 15-dart leg and a breaker throw. It's the kind of shot he's been taking out with alarming regularity. Needs the treble 19. Oh, well, he's not going to happen now.
51. Then you require 36.
So Ben Ward to hold his throw and take an early lead. Straight in there, no messing.
Ben Ward. Second leg is Brendan to go first. Game on.
Yes, a nice confident start for Ben Ward, making his European Tour debut. Brendan's best showing at the European Tour events so far this year was in Veldhoven, Holland, where he reached the semi-finals, losing to Michael van Gerwen, who went on to eventually win the title on home soil.
54.
Yeah, he likes it in Veldhoven. Made the final when we played there at the back end of last year. And that was one where he was beaten by Kim Huybrechts, 6-3. His 8th PDC final that he'd lost. But it just turned out to be a turning point for him, because just a week or 2 later, he got his first tournament win. And he hasn't looked back since then. He's won 3 more since then, since November.
Yes, good to get that monkey off his back. And once he did, he was on his way.
Well, he's ranked 13th in the world at the moment. Perhaps because he's a slow thrower. He's not, you know, he's not the scintillating watch that, say, Michael van Gerwen or Adrian Lewis is when they're on top form.
100.
sometimes masks the sheer quality of the darts he's throwing. He is a darts player very much on the up.
And as we alluded to earlier on in the afternoon, certainly would be a clash of styles if Brendan was to win here and then take on Vincent van der Voort tomorrow.
Certainly would, although Vincent didn't let Justin Pipe's more ponderous throwing action stop him. Pretty much steamroller to 6-2 defeat Justin Pipe.
Brendan, you require 76.
Sir Brandon for a potential 14 darter. Well, it's going to be at least 15.
56.
Well, just a little chance here for Ben Ward. He may get a shot at the bullseye. Treble 20 for Bull is what he wants. Not managed to sneak that in there.
63. Brendan, you require 20.
Sir Brendan Dolan looking to level things up. Ben Ward started with a 16 dart leg of his own to hold throw. Oh, up to double five. Doesn't want to miss inside. That's exactly what he's done, Brendan Dolan.
16.
Oh, chance for Ben Ward.
Double top then for a 2-0 lead against the number 3 seed here.
45.
Well, either side of the important lipstick. And Brendan lives to fight another day in this second leg, wanting double 2.
Being shot on the second leg. Brendan Dolan.
Well, he does level things up. He can consider himself a little bit fortunate, perhaps. But 2 legs gone. 1 apiece.
$84.
It's fair to say Brendan Dolan hasn't come out firing as yet. Bit more like it from the Northern Irishman.
This is the last match of the afternoon session. The last match that was due to be played, Kim Huybrechts against Benito van der Pas, has been moved to the evening session. That will kick off their evening session from 7 o'clock locally here in Austria. If you're watching in the UK, that's 6 p.m. It's just so we have a nice schedule of 8 matches tonight following the absence of Michael van Gerwen,
100.
who was due to play Dean Winstanley. Dean Winstanley now can relax for the night and prepare for his match tomorrow in the 3rd round.
Yeah, some blinding matches on the way tonight as well.
138.
Huybrechts, Van der Pas, Jamie Caven, Terry Jenkins, Dave Chisnell, Stephen Bunting. Could be a fair few maximums in that one. Gary Anderson against the Pie Man. Robert Thornton against the home crowd favourite Roby John Rodriguez. Phil Taylor's here. He'll take on Alex Roy. Whitlock and John Henderson, and then Peter Wright, Michael Smith to round things off. As Ben Ward looks at 164, he wanted 2 treble 19s for the bullseye. And if he doesn't hit a treble, which he hasn't, he could be in trouble, because Brendan Dolan has got a chance here. And a very good one at that. Starts on 17s. Now he wants treble 18 for Bull. He's hit the treble 18. He wants the bullseye. I don't think that was close.
Then you require 116.
So to edge back in front, 96, treble 20 was the shot to leave double 18.
60.
But as it is, Dolan has a chance for an early break of throw then.
Well, I know a few lads who go straight for the bullseye here. Kevin Thomas is one of them. Brendan, a lot more pragmatic. Double 16, usually deadly on this. Plenty of room.
18.
Doesn't do it. Looks confused. The number 3 seed not living up to his billing right now. And will Ben Ward make him pay? 2 darts at double top. Only needs the 1. There it is. A 2-1 lead for the 25-year-old.
Game on.
And that's a good start for Ben Ward. A 25-year-old from Dorchester.
Well, look at that. Good scoring from Brendan Dolan. But once he gets past those first 3 visits, it's all got a bit of a mess. Spent a lot of time faffing about on his doubles, as 1 in 7 on his checkouts would bear testament to.
100.
2 out of 5 for Ben Ward. Fair enough. It's kind of what professional darts players will be expecting to hit.
Yes, uncharacteristic double trouble for Dolan.
100.
From what we've seen in recent months, the performances he's been putting in. But still a bit of time.
Yeah, he's made a habit of beating up some of the younger players as well. And then have to look at the 4 tournaments he's won. 3 of them, he took on Michael Smith, Jamie Lewis and Ricky Evans, all among the cadre of young guns on the PDC. And he beat him up. He only dropped 4 legs in those 3 games. He is a tricky man to play against because he is slow. It stops your opponent getting into a rhythm sometimes.
13.
Well, I think Ben Ward will want to forget about that visit as soon as possible. No pressure on this at all. Ben Ward on a bogey. Oh, double 18 he wants. And double 18 he gets. 116 checkout for Brendan Dolan. Made a little bit easier in the knowledge that he would be back, even if he missed that. We're all level again.
60.
Brendan will just get on with the job. One of those players that really shows too much in the way of emotion on the stage. Just gets on with it. And Ben Ward hitting a 180. He was entitled to show a bit of emotion there, but just calmly walked back and takes a sip of his drink at the back of the stage. Cool as you like.
Oh, is this a response from Brendan Dolan? Oh, 60 on the floor. Oh, nearly hit back with a maximum of his own. Had he done so, he'd been in a very strong position, Brendan Dolan. On the Ben Ward throw.
91.
Oh, it's important that he hit that treble with the last dart. It does get him down to a finish. Brendan Dolan, if he was on 181 right here, he really would fancy his chances of nicking this against the throw. Oh, it doesn't matter about that bounce out.
140.
Well, gets him down to 101.
170.
That puts a bit more pressure on this 170. We've not seen this weekend so far. We're not going to see it now. 65 off. Well, he's done very well. Done very well to get down to a 2-darter there. Brendan Dolan, he took out 116 in the last leg. Can he take out 101 here? He's hit the treble he wanted. 44 left. 12 for double 16. 12-dart leg, Brendan Dolan, and back-to-back ton-plus finishes. This is the kind of stuff he's been producing over the last few months, and this is why he is such a dangerous player right now.
Yes, against the throw. Ward had hit 180 in that leg, but Dolan there, as you can see, taking out a couple of big finishes.
Well, that was a 12-dart leg from Brendan Dolan, and he had 1 in the treble 20 fall out the board. Not bad going for the man from County Fermanagh.
45.
former decorator, and I know we always say this when Brendan plays, but it's worth mentioning again. He nearly packed in the game. He didn't think he was going anywhere, didn't think he was going to make enough money from it. He thought it would just be an also-ran. But it all turned around at the Grand Prix when he went on this incredible run all the way to the final. Hit the first ever, the only ever, double start, 9-dart finish.
Yeah.
And from there, it's just been an upward trajectory for him.
Yeah, never been done before and not been done since, and hence he took on the nickname the History Maker. You can see on the back of his shirt for that unique double in, double out 9-darter.
And when you think those 4 tournaments he's won in the last 7-8 months, as Ben Ward fills it up for his second 180 of the match. Yeah, 10 grand prize money for those 4 tournaments alone, let alone all the other ones he's been making semi-finals of and quarter-finals. And he nearly jacked it in to be halfway up a ladder with his brothers decorating houses.
140.
Well, once again, Ben Ward's hit a 180 in a leg, and he's second favourite for it. Oh.
120.
Well, he's thrown 6 perfect darts there, Ben Ward. One of them's fallen out the board.
Yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed, with Dolan poised on 61 to go 4-2 ahead. Well, he didn't really want that, so 3 for double 4 then. For a 2-leg advantage.
53.
Doesn't do it, so
When you require 56.
Wardy back for 56. Looking at 16 for double top. And we go again, all square, 3 apiece.
Well, great strength of character for Ben Ward there. Just been broken by fantastic leg of darts from Brendan Dolan, a 12-darter, but back he came himself with a 14-darter of his own. Very impressive. And it's advantage Ward. He does have the throw. This is now effectively a race to 3. Brendan needs to break him. You can see there, Brendan's outscoring him, despite the fact he's not hit a maximum, and Ben's had 2. It's that 131 plus column that's made all the difference, hitting 2 trebles per visit. Ben's only managed it twice, along with the 2 maximums, but Brendan's done it 10 times. Chucking a couple of ton plus finishes to boot, and that kind of makes up for the fact that he missed a lot of doubles early on in the match, and it's dragged his average up to where it is in the mid to high 90s.
Yes, those regular ton 40 scores and scores around that mark are the ones which the pros really enjoy and really help them show their class. The bread and butter, really, if you can bang in plenty of ton 40s, even if you're not always hitting as many spectacular ton 80s.
34.
Well, Brendan's got a chance here. He's not really made the most of it. He's still got his nose in front, though, on the Ward throw. And will the young man get a bit nervous as we get towards the pointy end of this game? With a place in the last 16 up for grabs. Ben Ward on his European Tour debut, remember. He's played at Ali Pali, so he knows what it's like in front of the cameras, but it was only a 1-4 match in the preliminary round. And if he doesn't find a treble here, Brendan Dolan may well get 6 darts from 156.
Brendan, you require 156.
He's had a couple of ton plus finishes, but this would well exceed those if he was to take out the 156. Ward himself is on the biggest finish of all, 170.
60.
Maybe not.
Then you require 170.
Didn't make as big a dent in that as he would have liked, Brendan. But he should be back. Yes, he will be. to break the
Bending
throw.
require 96.
Well, this next couple of visits could prove pivotal to the outcome of this match. That really doesn't help Brendan. Well, he'd gone for a double-double finish there.
56.
He wants a double 18, double
Bending
top.
require 70.
And so Ben Ward's looking at 70. Just taking a moment. Is he going to be treble 18? That's what he went for, so he's only going to get one dart. And it's going to be a dart at double 16 to hold his throw and go ahead. And there it is. Great stuff from Ben Ward. What nerve.
Game on.
He took out 56 in the last leg. He's just taken out 70 in this one.
Yes, very impressive
54.
by Ben Ward against the number 3 seed. We've seen a number of seeds tumble on this second round afternoon here in Salzburg. Is Brendan Dolan about to be added to that list in a few minutes' time?
139.
Yeah, it wasn't far off the 177 there, Ward, but he's put himself in a great position. If he were to be able to break Brendan Dolan in this leg, a 5-3 lead, and throwing for the match. Well, look at that. That's what the top players do when they've got their back to the wall. Brendan Dolan finds his first maximum of the match. And no real shock that Ben Ward then only gets 55. And suddenly Brendan Dolan's back in the driving seat in this leg, but that's a wild one. He has adjusted quite well up until now after a poor first dart. He's not managed to do so here. He's not happy about it, you can see.
A grimace on the face of the man from Belcoo in Northern Ireland, who I said doesn't tend to do emotion on the stage, just gets on with the job. Well, he knows he's got a game on his hands here against the young Englishman.
Well, here comes Brendan Dolan. Look at this. Well, he's on a potential 14 darter. Well, just a quick look at the scoreboard for Ben Ward. He's going to have to find a treble if he's going to get to a finish, and he does so. And it's a big one, but it at least puts a little bit more pressure on this 82 for Brendan. He wanted the bull. He didn't get it. I assume he wanted the bull. He might have gone for treble 14. Either way, it wasn't particularly close to either. As it is, that leaves him 68. He may go double-double again. Yeah, he was going to. Double 18, double 16 he wanted. Aha! And there it is! Well, Brendan Dolan with a pull finish to level things up.
Well, it wasn't the way he would have liked to have checked out, but no matter. He hit that double, and that's all that matters. And we're back square. So down to effectively a best-of-3 game. But Ward, importantly, having won the ball, still has that important advantage of throwing first were it to go all the way to the 11th and deciding leg.
Yeah, Ward knows if he holds his throw just twice more than he is through, and if he starts off both of those legs with a 140, then he's in an excellent position. What has he got here? Can't surrender the initiative. There's some good darts.
100.
Solid stuff from Ben Ward. Brendan Dolan, what have you got? You're under pressure here. The number 3 seed against the debutant, the 25-year-old.
100.
Well, a good crowd here this afternoon, and they've been served up some great arrows on the oche, and plenty more to come tonight with 8 fantastic further second round matches.
Then you require 161.
He's got the treble he wanted. 81 left. So down for treble 19. He's on to a potential 2-darter, Ben Ward, to go within a leg of the final day of the Austrian Darts Open. Can Brendan Dolan put him under pressure? And if so, how much?
100.
Well, some is the
When you
answer.
require 62.
62 for Ben Ward. Looks like it's into me. He wants double 16. And he's got 2 darts at it. And he's gone next door. Now he needs double 9. And he's missed inside, and Brendan Dolan's already taken out 116 and 101 before in this match. He only needs 1 treble to get a dart to break Ben Ward and be thrown for the match.
How important could that wrong double be for Ben Ward? Well, he missed the
69. When you require
big number there and made a little bit of a mess of that, but will be on 32. But Ward, if he holds his nerve here for double 4, will go within 1 leg of victory. Can he sneak it in? He can indeed.
Brendan Dolan did all the hard work with 101. He hit the treble first dart and then missed the big number. We saw it earlier on when Ronnie Baxter did it against Andy Hamilton. He still managed to scrape through in a deciding leg. Brendan Dolan knows now he needs to do the same, but he has had an absolute mare to start this 10th leg on his own throw, and Ben Ward could be about to produce one of the biggest upsets we've seen so far this weekend. You'd have to say, with the way that Brendan Dolan's been throwing coming into this match, the fact he's seeded number 3, the fact he's been winning tournaments this year already, and how well he was at the World Cup, how well he played at the World Cup. A 25-year-old debutant beating him in this manner as well would be something of a surprise.
And that would be another big name that the opponents in that half of the draw wouldn't mind seeing the back of Brendan Dolan.
42.
But let's take nothing away from Ben Ward. His first season as a pro, his first year as a pro indeed.
Well, he's actually not jumped all over Brendan's 28 at the start of this leg. Certainly not in the manner that he'd want to. Oh, and the trebles are just drying up with the finishing line in sight. An important last dart for Ben Ward. And Brendan Dolan's got the throw back. If he can take it to a deciding leg, then who knows who's going through.
100.
So a big score here from Brendan would put him in good stead to take us to a deciding leg, and this is a great start to the combination.
140.
Well, he stayed there, he fancied the lie, he wanted to just cannon into those first 2 darts for the 180. It wouldn't have left him on a double, but he just felt that he was more likely to hit the treble than if he came down for the 19, say.
58.
Well, that's not good enough for Ben Ward.
175.
148 is gettable, but it's a big ask, and Brendan Dolan, he's going to get a dart, at least one, to take us to a deciding leg. Well, it's probably going to be treble 14. Sorry, 16 for bullseye, beg your pardon, my miscounting.
Then you require 148.
Well, again, a quizzical look from Brendan Dolan, and you'll just be praying that Ben Ward starts with a treble 1, as he has done, and can't take out the 148 shot.
48. Then you require 31.
pressure on this.
So 15 for double 8 to take us to a deciding leg. We are all square. And the fans here in the Salzburg Arena certainly being given their money's worth this afternoon. We've gone all the way yet again in one of these second round matches.
Well, that was a 20 dart leg from Brendan Dolan, one of the worst of the match. Ben Ward may be feeling that could have been my chance. In fact, it was the worst of the match. Oh no, tell a lie, in the 7th leg it was 21 darts, but it's still 7 visits to the board. And Ben Ward would perhaps be thinking, I could have had him then, I could have had this game won.
100.
The bonus is that he's not actually had a match dart as yet, Ben Ward. Can he get one in this leg? Or are the nerves getting to him? Is this where Brendan Dolan's experience is going to tell?
Yes, you can see it. A bit of perspiration on the brow of Ben Ward, being so close to the finishing line as Dolan looks to fill up the bed. There was plenty of room there to the right of those first two, but has to settle for 135.
Well, it's not going well, this deciding leg for Ben Ward. Brendan Dolan has a heavy advantage. He's 51 points ahead. Plus these. Can he make Ben Ward pay? Yes, he can. Huge sigh of relief from Brendan there. He's not on a finish, but he has got to be a heavy favourite to win this one now. And again, Ben Ward, he's pulling them into the 5. He's done it again.
90.
Well, he got into the red bit in the end. But Brendan Dolan is going to get at least 6 darts from here. I think he'd probably take a level ton if you asked him. Certainly would now.
82.
Well, once again, he saves himself with the last dart. Brendan Dolan down to a potential 2-darter, and Ben Ward has got to find something. He's got to find something right now. Because if he doesn't, he may be going home. He was favourite to win this, and it all turned around in this deciding leg, but he's found that, and now there's pressure. Who's going to hold the nerve? Who's going to hit the winning double? $70 left. 20 for bullseye. Brendan Dolan has hit it once already this game. He misses by the tiniest fraction.
Ben, you require 92.
And Ben Ward is back looking at 92 for the match. One match dart is gone.
What a chance for the youngster from Dorchester in Dorset. Well, he's hit 2, so 90. And now he's hit treble 4. So has the moment gone? Brendan Dolan looking at 25 to win the match and take on Vincent van der Voort tomorrow afternoon. 9 for double 8 is the shot. Just composes himself. It's a big dart. He sneaks it in there.
Brendan Dolan.
What a match. Ben Ward put up a fantastic fight against the number 3 seed, but it's Dolan through to take